The Great Dracolini. That's a
Who?
nickname.
Is that for
That's
Draco?
Draco's nickname. The
The
Great
Great
Dracolini.
Dracolini or something.
I don't know. Is it like the Great Dracula? But then he's like Dracolini.
Dracolini. I'm thinking like maybe my brain keeps on going like the Great Bambino, but
Mine thinks of the Great Houdini,
the Great Houdini.
but then Dracolini just sounds weird. It's a
That's just
stretch.
weird. Why doesn't he just go like Draco is such a cool like name? Like he doesn't need a nickname, just Draco.
No.
Like Draco
No.
Rodriguez. That's all. That's
Yeah.
cool enough. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode, the second episode of and tip of the cap. Another episode of the Double Armbar. I'm Jonah. This is Jonathan. Maybe to your right or maybe your left. I'm not sure what format you're using, but we are here to discuss the upcoming fight card that is happening as of time of recording this week. Derrick Lewis versus Ciryl Gane for the interim heavyweight title. Johnny.
So strange that interim for heavyweight.
I know. There's been a lot of debate on why this has happened, and a lot of people feel certain ways about it. How do you feel about it?
I don't think it should be an interim fight. I think it should just be a title eliminator or a title contender fight. But I think essentially that's what it is. They're kind of like, I think it's really going to hold up the division to an extent too, because you still got Stipe who lost the title and doesn't get a rematch, which is kind of strange. And then you've got John Jones, one of the greatest fighters. To you, as far as I know, your greatest fighter of all time.
I think that I think everyone kind of agrees that it was really it's like rushed.
It was just random too. Like it came out of nowhere.
Right. And I mean Dana, he works in mysterious ways, doesn't he? But like
that's the truth.
Because I don't know, it just seems so quick. Like he just won the title, it feels like, right? I mean, he beat Stipe when? March? February? I think it was February.
The Stipe and Gane fight was March, the end of March.
March. Okay, so yeah, even that, I mean, that even further proves my point. Like that's such
I know.
Layoff. Anyways, don't want to beat a dead horse. I think everyone kind of agrees on this. That's kind of a bizarre thing. That has happened. But moving on to the actual card, we're gonna work from bottom to top this time. Last time we did top to bottom, switching it up on you, keeping you on your toes. What do we got at the bottom, John?
A lot of bantamweight fights. Manel Cape is fighting Ode Osborne.
Yeah, he's fighting O'Day.
O'Day.
Dang, that's nice. It's flyweight, right?
Yes. It could be a clash, or it could be foreign.
Yeah, I think. Geez, I don't know. I mean, O'Day's good, man. He, let's see, his UFC debut is against Kelleher. He got submitted, but I mean, honestly, that's a tough matchup for him. He's at 35. It's weird. He's got a gigantic frame for 125. I talked to him. I think this is his first fight at 25 because I talked to him. I don't know, a couple months ago. A few months ago, I talked to him, maybe like a half year ago. And he was talking about how he wants to go down. And that surprised me even because, I mean, that's such a big frame. His fight was at 145 with Jerome Rivera. He got a big knockout over Jerome Rivera. But yeah, man, I got high hopes for that guy. 125. He's 125.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully dude makes weight. I mean, he said when I talked to him that he makes weight at 125 fine, but we'll see. All right.
We'll see.
What do we got going up?
And then you've got Alonzo Minifield versus Ed Herman, an old guy versus
Ed Herman.
But Minifield is huge. He is a scary looking human.
He's a big man, without a doubt, a big man.
But Vince Morales versus Draco Rodriguez.
Draco. I think it's his debut. Is it his debut?
I think so. I think it's his debut in UFC.
He was on Contender Series, and because I remember that was one of the few that I watced because
he lost his debut. He got knocked out.
Oh no.
Moving on. The featured prelim, Bobby Green versus Rafael Fiziev.
Bad matchup for Bobby. In my opinion. Dude, Fiziev. You remember when it It was DeCasey. He fought Mark DeCasey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bro, woo! And then he
Dude,
knocked out Moicano. Jeez, man.
Yeah, he's a good
beast.
He's technical. He hits and doesn't get hit. So
absolutely. So we'll see. I like Fiziev against Bobby Green. I could be wrong.
Bobby Green's a baller.
So yeah, I like Fiziev there, man. Fiziev, that's my that's another bold prediction. I know, well, it's not very bold, but
no,
I think
that's another prediction.
I think Fiziev I think he's that dude.
I think he's good too, dude.
I really think he is like one of the next guys. Now watch, I say that now, and then Bobby Green's gonna knock him out with one punch at the very beginning.
Hey, you have your tongue is the kiss of death to fighters.
Oh yeah, so let's touch on that real quick while we're talking about it. So when did we first discover my curse? Was it the Connor card where we had first officially?
Oh, dude, the Connor card, the last one. You were like, every time before the fight, you'd be like, dude, I think Connor was gonna, or you'd be like, I think this person's gonna, and
every
you
single
missed.
One. No, it was the card. It was the
that
last
card was when we started to notice it. No.
Okay,
the Connor one was when we started to notice it, but then it was Sandhagen Dillashaw. When before every fight, you'd be like, I think this is gonna happen, and then the other person would lose. They would lose every time. Moving on, we have Tisha Torres versus Angela Hill. Angela Hill is fights so often.
Yeah,
I feel like she's on a lot of pay-per-views too. I feel like they're just like, oh, we need a good women's fight. Let's just throw Angela Hill in there, and she shows, dude.
Yeah,
she's a good fighter.
She's a good filler. I say filler. All respect to Angela Hill, but I'm saying she holds that star power.
Yeah.
Obviously not enough to, in my opinion, not enough to like headline a fight night or anything, but she holds that power where it's like, hey, we're looking for another, slot to fill in a main card. Like she definitely brings enough draw. Enough people like her. She's fought everyone there is to fight at strawweight. And so
yeah, I mean, she's had a lot of good fights too. I mean, her fights usually aren't boring.
Definitely.
So
she looks to throw, man. She looks to throw. So
yeah, and the Tisha Torres.
Tisha's strong though, dude. Tisha's strong, very strong. So I don't know. We'll see. I think my prediction for that one. I'm gonna start making picks. I'm gonna start making picks now. Obviously all of them are gonna be wrong. Let's see. I'm gonna make my picks. Let's go through the main card. I'm gonna make my picks.
Let's start from the beginning.
All right, let's start.
And then we'll move our way up.
All right, go for it.
So the first fight was Casey Kinney versus Casey Kinney versus Song Yadong. Who you got?
Song Yadong.
All right, I got Song Yadong too.
Okay.
Tisha Torres versus Angela Hill.
Angela Hill. Tisha Torres. 100%.
Are you picking backwards 100%. With who you want to win? All right.
No, I'm on. Tisha Torres.
Then we got Chiesa versus Luque. Let's talk about this one for a little bit too after you make your decision.
Okay. Luque. I know Chiesa is a good grappler. Obviously, he out grappled RDA, who's an excellent grappler. Huge submission guy, and he really, for lack of a better word, dominated him. So yeah, we'll see. I think, man, I don't think Chiesa is going to be able to get Luque down because Luque is good enough on the ground. He just submitted Tyron Woodley. He just darced him. So like,
well, calm down. It's Tyron Woodley.
I know, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I think he's well versed enough to where I don't think Luque is gonna. I don't think Chiesa is gonna be able to get him down. So again, could be wrong. I probably will be wrong. I'm always wrong. But I think Luque is gonna get it done.
You got Luque. All right. Moving on to the co-main. Since Nunes Pena dropped out. Yeah. We got Jose Aldo versus Pedro Munoz.
Aldo,
one of the best, if not the best, featherweight. But he's been a little iffy at bantamweight recently. I mean, he's 1-2. Granted, he did fight Jan for the title, and obviously Jan's one of the best 135ers right now. And then he lost to
no, he beat Marlon. Was that his last fight?
No, he lost to Marlon. So that was a split.
No.
That was a
I'm sorry,
close.
not Marlon. I'm thinking of Cheeto. Okay, you're right.
He beat Cheeto.
You're right. Yep, I was mixing them up.
But he lost to Marlon.
Yeah.
Which is like that one could have gone either way. It was a split decision. People have fought for both sides. But so man,
I got Aldo.
Yeah, I got Aldo too, but I would not be surprised if Munoz just goes in there and brawls and catches him.
Man, I don't know, maybe.
Dude, once that Connor knockout, Aldo's chin is not.
Aldo's chin is still solid, dude. He fought. I mean, he's even after the Connor knockout. I mean, dude, everyone gets.
He got TKO'd. I know, but he got TKO'd by Holloway twice.
Yeah,
but he got TKO'd by Jan.
But yeah, okay. I agree with you. But I don't think Munoz is on the same level. All due respect to Munoz, I don't think he's on the same level striking wise as Holloway, as Jan, as Connor. I don't think he's gonna be able to get. And I don't think it's a very hot take. I think a lot of people agree like that. Munoz isn't as well versed in the striking realm as those guys. So I don't think he's gonna be able to finish him like that or. I'm not, dude.
You never know, though.
Beating a dead horse, I'll probably be wrong. So we'll see. But I got all those.
In the main event, Derrick Lewis was gone. Lewis, a pretty big underdog.
What's the odds?
270 to plus 270 for Lewis, and then minus 350 for Gane. Lewis has been a big underdog in most of his fights, though. So put that into consideration.
So Ciryl Gane. Let's go through the styles of fighting that make MMA great, and let's compare. Muay Thai, Ciryl Gane, 100%.
Muay Thai.
Grappling, Ciryl Gane, 100%. Boxing, honestly, Ciryl Gane.
I think Lewis.
Grappling, Ciryl Gane. Muay Thai, Ciryl Gane. Kickboxing, Ciryl Gane. Cardio, probably, in my opinion, Ciryl Gane. So I got Derrick Lewis, fifth round knockout. Punch for him. And it doesn't.
He might be the hardest.
Oh yeah, no, I think he is. I think he is the hardest hitter.
No, he's the hardest hitter in the UFC.
I think he hits harder than Francis Ngannou.
I think he does too.
Oh, look at us being stupid.
What do you mean being stupid?
I mean, I don't know, man. I would love to see them fight again. I hope Derrick Lewis wins just so we can see him versus Ngannou.
I think Derrick Lewis would be a better champ.
I mean, I think so too. He's a little bit more frequent. Ciryl is more calculated in his approach, you know?
I think Lewis is just I just think he's a more fun fighter to watch. Like, no offense to Gane. He is like one of the best technical strikers, technical fighters. He's smart. Like, he never puts himself in danger ever. Never did against Volkov. Did a really good job at fighting on the outside and moving and creating angles. But man, dude, like Lewis will just walk you down and just one punch just put you to sleep. He did it to Volkov. He was going to beat the whole fight. And then in the last like 15 seconds, just landed a crazy right hand and put him away. And that was it. Like, it didn't matter what happened the rest of the 15 minutes. That moment was everything that mattered.
That's his MO, dude. Like, that's just what he does. So, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, man, I got Lewis.
I want to say Lewis, but I think Gane's just going to fight his normal fight, dude. I think he's going to keep him away, and he's going to he's just going to outscore him. I don't think he'll put Lewis away. I don't think he'll be able to knock him out, but I think just his point style is too good.
All right, man. So that's the card. We just broke it down, man. Bang, bang. One final, before we like wrap it up here, one thing I want whoever's still watching to look out for, and you, John, I'm curious, very curious to see how Ciryl Gane, if it happens, if he gets touched, how he's going to respond to adversity, because there's never been a time that I can remember that he's ever,
not that I've seen.
There may have been, but not that I remember, to my knowledge. There's never been a time where I've been like, oh, like Ciryl might get finished, like he's hurt, but there's never been a time like that. So I'm curious how he's gonna, there goes my light. I'm curious how he's gonna respond to adversity, if it happens. You know, I mean, obviously he's shown that he's very good at avoiding adversity, but if it happens, I really want to see how he can recover if he's, because that's what it is. Like that's the championship material that people look for, is like when you get touched, how can you react? Because
How do you respond? Yeah.
you're gonna get touched. It's not a
And
matter of
that's what made Stevie a good champ. I mean, obviously in that last fight, it was an awkward. He like went to go back in and got caught, but he was really good against DC in that the second fight when he was getting hit. He was good at like he would just step back and he didn't do anything crazy.
So I'm saying, yeah, it's just handling getting
adversity.
knocked down, and I mean it's the Rocky quote, man. It's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit. Keep going. It's cliche, but it's 100% true. Like that, but it's 100% true. Like that is, I think that's like the championship material that people like Max Holloway have. That's people like
oh yeah,
Gaethje, Poirier, like all these guys have.
Yeah.
I know Gaethje's coming off a loss, but I mean, the guys that are just built for.
I mean, even Moreno, like Moreno,
a perfect example, excellent example. Like just guys who are built for war. I don't think you can be.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be delicate and not be a champion. Exactly. So I think that's what I'm looking for. Any final thoughts on the card? Predictions? Any bold takes? Anything like that, man? Anything you got to say?
I think we're going to see a lot of knockouts. I think there'll be a lot of finishes. I don't think there's going to be a lot of fights that are going to go to decision.
I hope so. How awesome would that be? Huh? Yeah, I'm so pumped. It's going to be a great card.
I'm still going to watch.
Obviously. Oh, come on. Obviously. Any fight Derrick Lewis is going, got to represent H-Town, baby. All right, guys. Well, this was another excellent episode. For John, for Jonah, this has been the Double Armbar. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on all of our socials, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff at Behind the Grind Official. Thank you for watching, guys, and enjoy the card this weekend.